Hello once again, everyone. Welcome to Crystarium's Purgatory. I'm your host, Crystarium, alongside me, the wonderful Arya Stormborn.
Hey, y'all.
We are well into Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. In the last episode, we learned about all that the Crystarium had to offer. We've learned some history about the first, and we've seen the honest, hard-working people hanging around here. I'm just gonna... Okay. Alright, so, let's continue and find out the whereabouts of our friends. You've done as I requested, and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain, and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. The tower's gate lies open, then. Well, yes, of course. It can be opened and closed just like any other. Does that seem strange to you? I know not how the tower functioned in your time, but I assure you there is no danger of us being locked inside. Okay, there is a lot of speculation that there's a lot of speculation that the Crystal Exarch is actually Grahatia. I'm not... He may not be, or he may... Or the... You've gone through the Crystal Tower, right?
Yes.
So, you remember the Mikote with the red eyes?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, him. There's a lot of speculation that the Crystal Exarch might just be Grahatia, but I don't know. I think there's more behind it. But we'll see what happens. Let's get to the Crystarium gatekeep first. Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within.
Oh, boy.
Hey, look at this room, and then you tell me.
I'm still waiting.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard.
Good.
I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the
So
fate
when
of
I
your
win the
fellow scientists.
lotto and we have a mansion, you want to build a room like that?
Maybe. It would require a lot of crystal, though. Anyway, continuing.
To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelt here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
Really?
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year.
So, Thancred is 5 years older, Y'shtola and Urianger are 3 years older, and Alphino and Alice and the twins are a year older now.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Wait, what? Then find a way to send them back.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift.
Vision?
In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity.
Interesting.
Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Trust is a strong word. But I'll see you keep that promise.
Excellent. You will not regret this.
I sure as shit hope not.
With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
So what, I get my own personal in-room? Or, you know, maybe not. The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. Oh, you mean the entire time I went around, I didn't even need to? Son of a bitch. You mean I wasted all that time in the last episode getting Aetherites for nothing? You're a jerk, Crystal Exarch.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. All you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
Okay. I see an independent culinarian. I think I see an apothecary there.
Yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Well, that's good.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Tombstones. They look like cell phones almost. Oh God, no, not these again. I'm like, oh God, no, not these
But
again.
I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld. Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
What the fuck?
My dear Feo U, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
A pact?
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yes?
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
Okay.
Raise your hand. Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling.
Huh?
Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Okay, cool your jets there, Tinkerbell.
In the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
I don't know. Well, I guess I can inform Tataru.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
Uh-huh.
Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you now have access to delivery moogles, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. Well, that's good. So where to next? We speak with the Crystal Exarch where we need to. Okay, let me just plug my phone in, because I kind of need my slate marker. Hey, there's Merrick Mage! I can always recognize him because he always wears that same coat and fedora. Anyway. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Chris. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Alright, let's try it out. A pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready if you care to retire. Let's check it out. Well, hello. It's got an armoire, a glamour dresser. Gee, some crow. Whoa. You. Is that...
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
The warrior of darkness?
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Yeah!
Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
Yeah, I remember.
We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and tried to hasten their god's damned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrandt, Minfilia and my friends. They surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness.
No. Ardbert. Damn.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
Well, 100 years, I think.
100 years. 100 long years.
Poor Ardbert.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
Yeah, that's a long-ass story.
You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who tried to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Oh, you just shuck me out? You shuck me into a cutscene, don't let me get to explore my new room? What the fuck? No, I'm going back out there. I'm going back in there in a little bit. Don't think for a second I want to go back to my room for a second. I want to actually explore this place. Oh, that's a nice design for the summoning bell. Ah, look at that. Now that is something I like to see. That's good. And it's got a nice table orchestrion. Now, this is what I wanted to see. Oh. Yeah, we open the window and that's about it. Well, we got the unending journey here. We've got the feather bed. We've got our armoire and our glamour dresser. Speaking of which... anything in here we have to remove? Oh, hello. I was wondering where all this shit went. I was wondering where all this crap went, and apparently it was all in my armoire. Yeah, well. Okay, now we can go. I do want to check my FC logs beforehand. It works at 70, but the stats are garbage. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, well. Alright, let's head back to the Crystal Exarch. Oh, looks like somebody ranked up to level 2. Hello to Lurks, who joins us on twitch.tv/CruisingX. Master Chris, the Exarch awaits you within. Hey, a portal to the source.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
Somewhat. Got a nice little visitor in my room. I had a ghostly visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
That was amusing. Woo, new
This
map.
shows the lands of Norvrandt, the only area to be spared the flood of light.
Which looks almost exactly like Eorzea, but not by much.
The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement.
Of course he fucking has.
Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armoreng.
Because of course.
They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armoreng? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
A mount?
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Well, that's good. At least I know they're okay. Alright, we've got ourselves a white oak leg gear coffer. Alright, let's take a look-see. Let's take a look at these pants first and foremost. I'm gonna... Oh, I don't have enough armory chest space because reasons. Alright, I'll return this. You know what? Oh, what'd you say?
I said for being twins, those two split up more often than they should.
Yeah, well. No, Chocobo Saddlebag. I'm going to throw in... First and foremost, all this shit in my inventory can be discarded at some point. I can always get it again later if I want a glamour, which I probably won't be glamoring those. I'll put Best Gown Ever and the Dravanian Tunic of Aiming in there. You know what? To hell with it. If I wanted the Kenna Greatsword again, I can always get it again. All I have to do is farm stuff. And the Draken Gauntlets I can get myself again, so that's a... Goodbye, custom-made robe of casting. I can buy you again whenever I feel like it. And we're good on that front. Now we need to... I need the healing gear and the casting gear. You know what? The Whisperfine woolen cloak can go in there. Along with... You know what? I'm not doing anything with crafting and gathering right now, so all of this can go in my inventory. Right now, I'm mostly focused on combat and everything else. Gathering, crafting. I'm keeping those punching guards. It'll clear up a small bit of inventory. Alright, the Anamos chaps can go in there. The Expeditioners keks can go in there. The Woolen Sorrow can go in there. And why do I have these again? Discard.
I don't know.
I think I had them for some sort of glamour or something, but they're not needed. I don't need the best man's gaiters. Don't need the leather shoes or the velveteen gaiters or the walnut patterns or the gathering shoes or the artisan stuff. Alright, that... Oh, right. Alright. That fills up my entire saddlebag. So. Alright, let's check out these pants. They look alright. But it's kind of hard to see them in this light. I'll check out the rest of the outfit once we've, you know, gotten the rest of it. Next on the list is to... Alright, I guess we don't get any more gear out of this. So, we've got a choice to go in search of Alphino or in search of Alice. Let's, you know what? We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more. Until then, that's it for this episode of Crystarium's Purgatory. Thank you all for watching. A special thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us.
You're welcome.
And I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation, and you like this show, click the follow button, be sure to turn on notifications, and be sure to subscribe to me for exclusive access. If you're watching me on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode of Shadowbringers, and click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Crystarium signing out.